Hi, I'm Doris Ortiz, City Councilor-at-Large for the City of Biddeford. I grew up in Chicago and I lived in San Francisco and I lived in Portland before moving to Biddeford, and that was all before a time that those cities were gentrified and became out of reach to the long-term residents there. So when I moved to Biddeford, I started seeing similar happenings here, the revitalization of the downtown, and then long-term residents and getting priced out. So I one of the issues I ran on was housing. And then also, as I was running and getting signatures, I realized that it was really important for me to run as well to show a different representation of female, Hispanic, queer, gender nonconforming person. So I felt that I could represent a larger group of people who don't feel representation in the council. I don't feel like up until this point that have faced any barriers on city council. The city council has been very open and kind and welcoming to me. I think what I'm feeling more so now, since former Councilor Amy Clearwater has stepped down, is my own pressure to be more vocal and to represent a larger part of the community, meaning the marginalized folks in the community, being Hispanic and queer. I think it's good for the community to see that representation on the dais, but also to give another lived experiences, trying to explain that to the council where I'm coming from and understand that point of view. I would have to say the first is being asked to chair the Mayor's Affordable Housing Task Force. It was really great to learn about other solutions or things that we can do as a community to tackle the affordable housing issue that we have here, but also to work with a group of people to come together and put together some really solid goals to present to the council to better Biddeford. And then the other would be putting together the very first LGBTQ plus June month proclamation. I felt that that was something that was really important to do so that our youth and folks from outside of Biddeford knew that Biddeford was a safe place for them. I think it's very important for young women to run for office. I say do it. It may feel intimidating at first, but the community and they will also benefit from it. We've been told as women to take less risks as men. We've been taught that. And I think it's important for young women and women, to take those risks because we will all benefit from it. First and foremost, my mother. She was a very strong, independent Latino woman who adventured on her own from Texas to Chicago in a time when, in the 50s, when it would have been very difficult for a woman to take that risk by themselves. And she did it, and she was successful with that. And I've learned a lot from her, and that's why I've actually run for council, because of her teaching me to take those risks and to be proud of who I am and do the right thing. The other person is actually former Councilor Laura Seaver. I remember coming into the council chambers and watching her on the dais make decisions and the questions that she would ask. And I realized Laura had a very strong foothold in the community, and she didn't just represent a certain group, she represented everyone. Running at large, you're representing the whole community. And she gave me the motivation just watching her to do that. I think that's very important because it gives us an opportunity to show young women, and all women actually, examples of strong, courageous, brave women who are shaping the world for them today. And it gives them an opportunity to see what they can become in this world and hopefully to motivate them and to continue.